After a long two-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two. It got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Allen going to look to throw in the first play. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
Now Allen. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll throw with Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Jordan Fuller there to take him down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. To throw, it's Allen. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Throwing now is Allen. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Allen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game. I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last. It's caught inside the 25. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. 7-all is the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going. So
there he goes, right side. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Falcons are once again back in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 17-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here's Allen to throw it. Able to find Gray here. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 40 yards from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 67 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence right.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back up.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And they can't bring him down. Still on his feet. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
First down, here's the run with Cook. The football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Up the middle to Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Allen now looks to throw. And a loose football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bills continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And his throw here's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Now Penix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And this pass caught by Gray. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Bills are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To the air, Penix. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a 2nd and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Looking deep here from Mooney.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So after the INT, it's Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2nd down and 6 now.
To the air, Allen. And this one's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
And again, it's Allen.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's got room to roam.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bills are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. 70
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. He'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Mooney, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Dancing to his left. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Hard running at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. To throw again is Penix. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
They'll throw with Penix. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Cook. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Allen.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I believe in you, D. I believe in you. Watch the middle. Watch the middle. Oh, defense.
Tapped forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Danny Gray.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bills are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Bass on for the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. to the touchdown. Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here's Penix. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Penix working out of the gun here. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Coup now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right side, and he finds Gray. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills are able to add on to that lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the fourth quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Penix. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
To the air, Penix. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Ed Oliver in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. On the bootleg, it's Penix. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And up.